Once upon a time, in a quiet neighborhood, lived two curious kittens named Arya and Kabir. One evening, their parents had to go to a party, so they called a babysitter. Suddenly, the door creaked open again. A tall black cat in a long coat and sharp shoes stood in the shadows. She smiled, but it wasn't a warm smile. "I'm Ms. Grindle. I'll be your babysitter tonight." With a snap of her fingers, a magical purple glow swirled around the door, and it locked itself tight. Arya and Kabir gasped. They were trapped inside. Ms. Grindle led them to a chalkboard where bold, creepy writing read, "No fun allowed." The kittens sat in little chairs, frowning. This was going to be the worst night ever. Instead of games or cartoons, Arya and Kabir were forced to scrub the floor with toothbrushes. Shadow, Ms. Grindle's glowing-eyed black cat, watched from a shelf while Grindle read, "Babysitting for Witches." Later, toys floated around the room, dancing in the air. Ms. Grindle stood in the middle, chanting from her spellbook. A green mist swirled everywhere. The kittens huddled together, scared but amazed. Arya reached out for a cookie on the table, but Ms. Grindle waved her paw. Poof! It vanished in a puff of smoke. The kittens frowned in frustration. This babysitter was the worst. While Ms. Grindle napped, Kabir quietly peeked inside her spooky bag. He found a frog statue, a glowing green potion, a shrunken broom, and a jar with a floating eyeball. "She's definitely a witch," he whispered. The kittens gathered in their messy room, surrounded by toys. Arya held a flashlight like a hero, and Kabir set up a speaker. They drew up a plan. It was time to fight back. Boom! Every light in the house flashed on. Loud music blasted from the speakers. Toys and confetti flew through the air as Arya and Kabir laughed with joy. Ms. Grindle stormed into the room, but the lights and music were too much. With a scream and a swirl of green smoke, she spun wildly and began to vanish. Shadow the cat leaped away in fright. Silence returned. The living room was warm and cozy now. Arya and Kabir sat on the couch, happily munching on cookies. No more rules, no more magic, just peace. The door creaked open again, this time for Mom and Dad. They looked surprised to see the kids so relaxed and happy. Arya and Kabir smiled sweetly and shrugged. Everything was just fine, they said. As the parents hugged them, a faint puff of green smoke drifted lazily out the window behind them. Ms. Grindle was gone, for now,